Arturo Pittore here, but you can call me Art. This is Explorations in Art History, starring me. And this hand. Well, what about the rest of me? This isn't right. I'm feeling kind of cold and a little bit clammy. Wait, are they operating on me? Hey, you can't operate with a hat on? And that book? Don't tell me you have to read a book to operate. This is too much. Oh, you know what's better than anesthesia? Just passing out. Okay, I'm calm, I'm fine. Looks like we'll be talking about the Baroque, Rococo, and Neoclassical periods. Martin Luther's Protestant Reformation had really stirred the religious pot. In the early 1600s, the Catholic Church responded with a counter-reformation, which propelled the Baroque movement and its artistic aims of making Catholic theology appeal to the masses. Drama and movement were some of the ways Baroque artists sought to engage the viewer. For example, in contrast to Michelangelo's David, sculptor Giovanni Bernini captures the moment of action as David rears back to fling his stone. I say, after seeing all the David statues, one really wonders, didn't his mother ever teach him to, wear clothes? Baroque architecture also employed theatrical effects, replacing the straight lines of the Renaissance with flowing curves, elaborate domes, and ornamentation. Like the Chapel of San Carlino, whose walls were designed to weave in and out as if they were formed of some flexible material instead of rigid stone. Now we come to Caravaggio and, chiaroscuro, the technique of painting dark shadows and... Okay, it's not dark shadows if it's complete pitch darkness. I'm not afraid of the dark, but we really should turn on some lights quickly. Soon? Oh, there we go. As I was saying, chiaroscuro used dark shadows and lighted areas of interest to create drama. Although he didn't invent chiaroscuro, Caravaggio added a new level of realism that the church mostly appreciated. Except when he portrayed saints as commoners with bare feet and dirty fingernails. Caravaggio was a prickly character whose temper often got him into brawls.
What are you saying? I a temper? I thought I got talking about. This is a
His turbulent lifestyle landed him in an early grave at 37, but his style influenced artists across Europe.
37? I don't can't even understand it talking about.
The Baroque era marked the beginning of the landscape as an acceptable subject. Once considered too secular, painters like Claude Lorraine made landscape painting popular and lucrative. A Frenchman who immigrated to Rome, Lorraine was a meticulous draftsman. His paintings were based on numerous drawings made on location, but he never shows the harsh realities, creating instead an idealized image of nature. Though Lorraine often included figures in his paintings, they were always secondary. He is reported to say on the sale of a painting, "The money is for the landscape. The figures you can have for free." Peter Paul Rubens was the rock star of the Baroque period. A man of boundless energy, he spoke 6 languages and visited the courts of Italy, Spain, France, England, and the Netherlands on diplomatic missions, often bringing art as gifts. Well, hey, turn that down! No, he did not play an electronic lute. Rubens lived big and painted bigger. Raised as a Catholic, he jumped headfirst into the Counter-Reformation. His men were muscular and women robust. As we see in this painting, even a subject as touching as the Queen Mother, Marie de Medici, seeking reconciliation with her young son, the King of France, becomes an energetic exercise, like performing one of the labors of Hercules. Get me out of here! Okay, who hasn't heard of Rembrandt? I don't believe it. Go to your corner. I'm sorry, come back. Today, one of the most famous painters in the world, Rembrandt gained international renown during his lifetime, not for his paintings, but for his etchings. For Europeans of Rembrandt's day, printmaking gave them a way to see pictures of distant places, interesting people, and artistic scenes. It was their mass communication and was as revolutionary for their time as the creation of the internet in ours. And for recreation, Rembrandt would, wait for it, sketch. That's right, about 1,400 Rembrandt sketches survive. He would sketch on whatever was at hand, the backs of bills, printed pages, and even funeral announcements. Must have been a boring eulogy. His paintings were in demand as well, but perhaps most unique is the number of self-portraits Rembrandt painted. Between 40 and 50 oil paintings, depending on which expert you talk to, 32 etchings, and 7 drawings. As he aged, his paintings became less theatrical and more introspective. Rembrandt had one fatal flaw. He couldn't control his spending any better than a Washington politician. Eventually, his debts became so great he had to declare bankruptcy. I guess that's why he was Baroque. You get it? It's Baroque, so but he's broke. Hey, that outfit cost me a lot of money. Begun in the 1700s, the Rococo era was art of the aristocracy for the aristocracy. It was the Baroque era ending not with a bang, but with a party. Technically flashy, but without deep thought or emotional drama, the Rococo celebrated the leisure activities of the upper class. In Fragonard's The Swing, as one man labors at pulling the rope swinging the object of his attention, the young woman flirts and flounces her skirts for her secret lover hiding in the bushes. Hardly the stuff of philosophers. Rococo style signaled a shift from Rome to Paris as the new capital of culture and fashion in Europe. But the excesses of the aristocracy in the Rococo period would soon lead to the French Revolution, an artistic revolt called neoclassicism. There couldn't have been two movements more at odds.
Down, boy, down!
Stop it, you two! Always fighting! Sacre bleu! Neoclassical artists look backward to the classical era for their inspiration. Born in the age of enlightenment, a philosophy which prized reason and scientific knowledge, it was a serious time for serious artists. In The Oath of Horatii by Jacques-Louis David, the three brothers put public duty above private desires as they vow to fight for Rome. For neoclassical artists, there were no messy brushstrokes allowed. A finished painting should be perfectly smooth. You listening? Hand? Paying attention? Clear drawing and modeling was paramount, and if you could put someone in a toga, all the better. The Baroque, Rococo, and Neoclassical periods included important developments leading to our modern-day art world. The first licensed art dealers appeared. The market for art widened to include wealthy merchants and government officials, and mass-produced art through printmaking. The Royal Academy in London and the Salon in Paris were formed. These organizations held regular exhibitions that became the most prestigious art shows in Europe. Neoclassical architecture gave us the Pantheon of Paris, the Arc de Triomphe, Buckingham Palace, and, over in the New Republic of America, the Capitol Building and the Jefferson Memorial, to name a few. The world of Western art was expanding.